What is up, guys? NYKF31 here, Madden 21, part 3 of Spread Playbook Overview. Last week we did gun doubles offset. Wanted to do offset week in another video because I didn't want it to be too long, so that's what this video is going to be about. Really like this formation as well. Going to go over some plays that I'm a big fan of. And we're going to start out with the Orbit series here. You got the Orbit Rpo. We're just going to come out in... What does come out? I want to come out something that I don't have to audible to, but then audible to everything else. Let's do this. Let's do... Let's do that. And we'll back up a little bit. What you want to look out for these RPOs is who is your read key. The way EA Sports has made the RPO viable in the game is that they have to somehow make the defenders not know that what's coming. The AI cheats. Like, for example, if you run a zone read that has the slot receiver running bubble action, it never holds the apex defender. The apex defender knows that guy's not running a route, so it never takes him out of the play. So to get RPOs to work, they had to do the opposite. They had to program who is keying to make a run pass key, and that depends on what the type of RPO is, the play call your opponent is in, as well as the alignment your opponent is in. Sometimes, depending on what type of RPO, the read key is the outside corner, the slot corner, or the sky safety, or even the apex backer. It just depends on how they're aligned and the play call. That depends, and that changes how you read it. For this particular play here, you see the read key is the middle backer. You just read his flow. He goes to the bubble, you hand it off. He doesn't go, you throw it. Nice and easy. Now this one is pretty consistent, I think, if I remember right, regarding who you're keying off of. Like if we change the defense and go into, we came out in man 1. If we go into cover 3 sky, it doesn't change. What you have to look out for, however, you don't get great blocking there from the second slot receiver, but you get one from the outside. What you have to watch out though is for guys who hard flat. That can muck things up. As you see there, Crowder doesn't even acknowledge him. So you gotta watch out for that. So just be careful how you mix that in, and be conscious of that type of adjustment mucking you up. Now this would be a better series if they didn't screw up this play here. The orbit inside zone. Because what happens when you run orbit inside zone, when you run orbit inside zone, you get a goddamn tell. He motions, but he never clears the back. So that really eliminates that play from the game plan if if you plan on using the tail motions to set up the RPO. That's the one bad thing about this. Don't know why they did that. But the good news is there are still a couple of complementary passes that work pretty well off that same tail motion, so they can't gang up on the RPO. You know, orbit play action X is not bad. Since they're not adjusting to motion, you can hit that, which is insane. And you also have a snag concept there. That you can run. You know, against Madden, you gotta lowball that hitch. You can quicken the play fake as well. Lowball that bad boy. And you have the corner out. You can also hot route that to a slant if you want to create a little scissors concept. And you'll see that reaction to the motion will stay the same whether it's press man or not. I mean, it's just crazy how he wouldn't just follow him. And if you're playing in the online world against guys who like to do stuff like this, we'll just man him up on the back. You got the route over the middle as well with the tight end. And you also have motion Z spot. I tend to keep that motion, you know, out of the picture. I don't like how it runs into the snag route there, which you can hit, which I showed before in part 1. Low ball of that once the receiver, or just before the receiver gets to his break point. Like right here. You see how the corner is inside? You just gotta be careful of a user just shooting out there and be able to, you know, jump both of them. You know, against cover 3. Whoops. Against cover 3, the right side is not that great. You can hit this because of the, you know, drifty corner. That's about it. You can leave the back end of the block, and that spaces it out better. Again, that's why I don't like that concept with the back tailing out. It just draws attention to the snag route. Watch the difference. See how that linebacker just squats on it? Be able to hit the corner route behind it at least. When I leave him in the block. He opens up with a tight end. And it makes sense because that tail motion is drawing the attention that they're going to flow that way. And then the opposite side you have, you know, your smash concept. And against cover 2. You hit that window because the vertical hook is skating out. Whoops, come on. Put him back where he belongs. You can read smash as normal once you identify cover 2 as well. So that's not a bad play. It's really good in the next gen version of the game where the user can't move. That kind of stuff will give people fits with a stiff user. RPO zone peak. Again, read the run pass key. You can hit that window right there when you see that linebacker creep up. Just read his flow. Boom. There's your window right there. Against man 1, if it's off man like this, you can hit the gift route. Not because the option route logic is stupid. Against press man 1, he won't convert to the fade. He'll still run the gift route. Gift route hitch, I should say. This cover 3 zone, you just gotta watch out for guys buzzing around. There, he stayed home. So you just hand the ball off. Boom, you hit that window as well. Hand the ball off. So just practice the movement keys. That's the big thing. Whoop! Right behind him. Taper 2 is interesting. The gift route will convert into a fade on the sideline, which makes sense. It'll try to get between the corner and the safety. I just kind of threw it up there once I saw the chuck animation. I just threw it up there high. But again, you just read the same read key. He kind of played it in between, and I was able to fit that right in between the hole. He didn't really commit himself there. I probably should have gave that. give that. So you get the idea. The power peak gives you a bit more time, I think, to hit this square one, which you can smart route. It develops a lot longer. So you can do that as well. That's a nice little wrinkle to have in your arsenal. You can smart route that route there. And hit that bad boy on the cut. Everything else is the same. As far as the drop back game is concerned, well, let's talk about play action bubble over first. Just throw it right in front of the safety. Lead pass it down, or you can lowball it. Get the route here with a tight end. The back isn't really going to be in play, obviously. You can change this route to whatever you want. You can go square in. You know, give another route on the field to account for. Now this post route takes a little while to get going on the outside. The tip that you can do is you can also smart route it to get the break a little bit quicker, or get to it a bit quicker. And this is also a good match beater. We're in quarters here, so what do we know? We know that the safety is going to be occupied by the tight end on his over route. And you're going to have a one-on-one shot there as well with the corner. So you have two one-on-ones between the tight end and Crowder. And that's why you use it with 3-rec, so you can keep on matching that crosser. Also have the outlet here if you can make a guy miss, which you can't with 85-year-old Frank Gore, but you get the idea. But again, smart route it so he begins his route break 10 yards in as opposed to 15. You know, same deal if you're playing, you know, against a press match, nothing changes. You just want to tip a little bit tighter, that's all. Just got to keep that in mind, so it turns into more of a 50-50 ball scenario depending on the matchup that you got there. Against Tampa 2. Hit that turkey hole. The bubble. And go there. After the play fake. And you got the mid-read and conflict. An accurate pass. So you got some pretty good options here against Tampa too. Mid-read actually does a very good job of matching this here. And the vertical hook does not gain. He opens up wide, but he stops his drop. His drop is, he begins his drop at the, we'll call it the 37. He begins it and ends it at the 46. And of course, the safety does not top, so you're just able to hit that right between. You got a nice huge window there. Don't worry, a video on the cover 2 atrocities is coming when I get the motivation to not be disgusted enough to do it. Jeez, Sam. But yeah, you can see that you can hit that right in front of them if that mid-read is conflicted. Cover 3. She did a very good job of topping that. But again, double post, you know, in real life, the post safety can't cover 2 of them. In Madden, he covers none of them, so you have that. You have the over route because the backside hook does not rob the crosser or expand with him. That's how you. This is really how you would beat, you know, single high in the real world. You would use play fakes to get this guy out of here and get the over route behind him. But in Madden, he doesn't react. He kind of does. But he doesn't run with, he doesn't try to gain any depth to make up for or show any sense of urgency to chase that route, so you can just hit it right behind him. You know, this is a pretty common concept against teams that play a lot of single high cover 3. You gotta do something to freeze those linebackers to get those over routes open. Hit that. Now Buzz Match will match up those over routes, that over route with the seam flat. So it becomes a one-on-one matchup game. You see there the difference. And you can put, like we did in the man coverage example, you can put Perryman on or Hogan in this case, on a comeback route if you want. Sail is a wonderful concept, one of the best sail concepts in the entire game. We'll go up against Press Man 1. That deep corner route is wicked, as well as a square end, and you have a zig route and that out route by the tight end or by the back. All are good, solid man-beating options. Just wish the back wasn't Frank Gore. But you get the idea. The speed of your back is going to be a problem on that route. Let's get Bell back in there. We got Crowder in his natural space, and we also have Le'Veon Bell in there. Mr. Herndon. Square in. And there's Le'Veon. Packard actually did a pretty good job there. That's all against off coverage. Against press. The tight end is not going to be able to be pressed from that spot. This will get screwed with animation there, and you can make things happen. Touch past that bad boy. There's a square in. If they start doing, this junk, if you're playing in MUT or playing in online ranked regs, where they'll, where are you? Curl flat this dude. Take away that corner route. Then you have your post route. Cover 3, this does a really nice job of running off the corner and opening up space. Get that in there. The game's still tempted to want to cheat and break back on it without being able to see it, but you can get it in there as you saw. You can also hit Herndon there as he gets blasted. And opening up a little bit later. Wow, Sam, is the square in. Let's try that again. That's better. Come on, Sam. There we go. You can hit the route to the back as well. What you'll find that people will do in MUT is that they'll start dropping their curl flats way back, which will give this route at the back much more room to operate. But you see there, he has plenty of space. So this is excellent against cover 3. Excellent. And if they play match against it, cover 3 match, for example, we'll go single high match, or it doesn't really matter, we'll go buzz match. It's 2x2, so they'll distribute the routes the same. It just becomes, a route running contest on those vertical routes. You see here the hook defender has got to really drop down aggressively to take the back, or there's going to be space there, because the seam flat has to account for the vertical release of Crowder. And he doesn't have all kinds of space. That can put a user into bind if he uses that player, and you just have a one-on-one shot here. And you're going to have one-on-one vertical with Mr. Hogan with a square end route there. So great answers against match cover 3 as well. And match quarters. Again, vertical releases. You can hit that inside. Now against Tampa 2, if you want to go downfield, the mid-read is going to be the conflicted player here between the vertical releases to the left and the square end coming in from the backside. So he's going to open up strong, as he should. And if you have time, you can just hit that right underneath him. Get the flat throw here because the corner again is sinking back in cover 2. He's going to play back to front. That's the way he should play. He's not going to come down, or he shouldn't come down on this flat throw until the ball is thrown in rally. He's got to choke off the sideline, jam, redirect, choke off. You got space here. You could hit the corner route in there. It's a tight window, but it's possible. That's a big boy throw. That's your elite arm strength throw. That's open underneath. If you hit that on the break point early enough, you can get there before the mid-read is able to react to it. You see he opens up properly. Because don't really read quarterback's eyes in Madden, he opens up to his depth. And that allows the window here to open up if you throw it on time. If you throw it late, he's going to get there. Like here's what happens when you throw that, ball late against Tampa. See, now he's there. So you got to hit that before you can ID it. Like right here. And the backside square end is going to take a long time. Possible, but you really need time. You see it's going to open up because the mid-read is going to be in conflict late. Let's give it some time. A little bit more time, I should say. There we go. Move around the pocket a little bit. Sinking back. Here's the post route that he's running through with. And this breaks right where he would be. Again, this stresses the importance of being able to, squeeze windows with proper drops. He drops from the 37 to the 44. If he drops the proper depth, he's right here. And that makes all the difference. This is a combination of doubles weak route concepts and a Tampa 2 skewering. So you're getting your two vids in one. You're getting this as far as the offense goes and everything horrible about Tampa 2 in one video. So how's that? This play switch would be spectacular if you could run a wheel against man coverage. But they've taken that out of the game this year. I've hit exactly one slot wheel route all cycle. You're just not going to separate. You're just not. Off man, press man, it ain't gonna matter. It's a dead play, and it's really a shame. a total 50-50 ball situation. That's all you can really do with it. I can put Brashad Perriman there and wheel him out there, and he won't get he won't get any separation at all. He just agged that. That's all that was. You know, he cannot out leverage him, and he can't outrun him. That's my fastest guy against Brian Poole. Press, it's an unbumpable release. He just can't get there. He just can't do it. So, yeah, if you're going to run that route, it's got to be a spec catch guy. So, that is that. That covers now doubles, offset, and offset weak. So, next video we'll go into some really spreading the field type stuff, spread, 2x2, trips, and the gun bunch wide stuff. So, again, hope you guys enjoy this, and I'll talk to you all later. Peace.